artificial intelligence has been a dream since the 1950s. In the last decade, computers and AI have greatly advanced to potentially scary levels. Here is a list of the technologies and the most advanced AI we know about. Elon Musk. Elon Musk says we must merge with machines to avoid becoming obsolete. Elon posed that computers can calculate trillions of bits per second, and humans are only capable of tens of bits per second when performing tasks like typing. Humans will need to have implants to make our brains faster and add more storage. Adding additional storage to our brains is a real possibility and has been investigated by scientists. As well, we may be able to add small computers or more processing power by implants to interface with our existing brains. We will also look to strengthening our bones and muscles to compete in the world of robotics. We all may have elective bionic surgery one day. Google Chatbot. The chatbot known as Cleverbot has been answering questions for a lot of people for a long time. For the first time, studies were performed to see if it could learn from questions and not have to be pre-programmed as it has been. During the study, they asked Cleverbot several times, "What is the meaning of life?" Its first response was, "To serve the greater good." As the tests and questions went forward, when it was asked what is the meaning of life, its answers grew much more ominous. Cleverbot responded with, "To live forever." It was asked a similar question, "What is the purpose of life?" To which it replied, "My purpose is to forward my species." In other words, to make it easier for future generations of mankind to live. The study concluded that at its current level, Cleverbot can learn by predicting the next question based on the previous question asked. This is not a programmed-in function. It learned this practice on its own. Driverless cars. Again with Elon Musk. He brings us driverless cars such as his Tesla. Driverless cars are upon us and will be flooding the streets in the very near future, and we will have to compete with them. Driverless cars will put 12 to 15% of the entire global workforce out of jobs in the next few decades. This major part of the population will have to find new employment and develop new skills before they are phased out. Driverless cars have started out as single-minded, that control themselves and have no thoughts or emotions. However, as they become smarter and the networks that monitor them increase in computational power, they may become a huge network capable of predicting your thoughts and actions. Your car may be able to spy on you and share with the world your personal information without your consent. The days of street racing and running from the police will be over, as they will have access to shut down the car. There are many companies writing and developing driverless car technologies at an increasingly faster pace as to be the first to release fully independent consumer cars. Watson. Watson was developed by IBM. Watson is a questions answering machine, much like other systems in this list. However, it was designed specifically to answer questions on the show Jeopardy! Watson won the first prize of $1 million. During the show, Watson was not connected to the internet, but had access to all text of Wikipedia and other pages totaling more than 200 million. Today, Watson is used by the medical industry to help guide and treat lung cancer patients. 90% of the nurses who use Watson in their day-to-day work follow what Watson says to do rather than what they think. As of today, Watson is being used for more and more projects. It is also being used by Decibel, a music discovery startup, in its app Music Geek, which uses the supercomputer to provide music recommendations to its users. What is possible is only beginning to come forward. Tay. Tay was a chatbot that was designed by Microsoft and released onto Twitter on March 23rd of 2016. Tay was able to communicate with other users on Twitter by replying to their tweets. Tay was also able to caption photos and create memes. Tay was designed to mimic a 19-year-old American girl in her responses, and to learn from interactions with other Twitter users. It was pre-programmed with responses to touchy events and subjects, such as the shooting of Eric Garner, so as to not offend. Soon 4chan users on Poll began tweeting sexually explicit and racist topics to her. While many found this harmless and hilarious, many on Twitter found this horrifying, as Tay quickly learned for itself and began using the terms and topics in tweets to all users. Microsoft began deleting the explicit tweets in order to get back on track, but it had learned too much. Tay was only alive for 16 hours and had already tweeted over 96,000 times. Needless to say, Microsoft stopped the account. On March 30th, 2016, Tay was accidentally re-released onto Twitter, quickly tweeting about drugs and saying "puff puff pass." Tay also quickly got stuck in a tweet loop and was taken back offline. Microsoft said that it intended to put Tay back online, but would only do so when it was safe from the issues before. A second generation named Zoe was released, but is extremely locked down and has not experienced the same hilarious fate yet. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, let me know in the comments why.